Sarah Pascoy's favourite comedy venue, and with good reason. The Soho Theatre is arguably London's finest place to see both up-and-coming and established acts. Being a theatre, rather than a comedy club per se, expect to see sets from individuals rather than bills with a few comics. Its 3 rooms host all sorts of things, from the latest Edinburgh winners to big names road testing the latest bits. The standard is reliably excellent. Even if you've never heard of a comedian, chances are, if they're playing here, they'll be worth watching. Another old favourite, the Comedy Store, benefits from being built for purpose. No other venue in London suits stand-up quite so well, and the BASN't too ridiculously priced, either. After starting out above a strip club in Soho, this place made its name throughout the 80s by breaking the pioneers in alternative comedy. It's happy to host main stars these days, and never struggles to draw top acts, but if you can only make one thing, try the Comedy Store players, old pros whose improvised shows on Wednesdays and Sundays all but guarantee hilarity. Tuesdays, the cutting edge is best for those who like topical humour. Old rope is popular with circuit veterans and newbies alike, so the weekly show usually has a mix of big names, comedy veterans and ones to watch. Host Tiff Stevenson leads an evening of new material. Yes, lots of jokes given their test runs, and it's given its name for the noose that hangs over the stage. Ironically, this noose is a bit of a lifesaver. If the new act is going badly, comics can grab the rope and fall back on old material. Always top value, the not-too-bad nights offer the chance to indulge in the odder end of the comedy spectrum. Expect serious helpings of whimsy, eccentricity and surrealism. If you're looking for something different, this is your place to go. A first-rate comedy club and well worth travelling for. We'd pick the Thursday night over Saturday, but you'll get a decent show on either day. There's a mix of big names and up-and-comers, and host Martin Vesserman is a pro who'll keep you laughing in between acts, of which there's often as many as 12 a night, so you'll get your money's worth. If one isn't to your taste, another promises a laugh. The Banana Cabaret Club hosts a lot of top-draw comics, and is well loved in comedy circles, in part because they've been going a good 30 years and in part because of the man running things, David Vickers, who's had everyone from Eddie Izzard to Stephen K. Amos performing. Stars pop in, and comedy circuit regulars play often, but it's also on the finest spots to see new talent. No wonder Marcus Brigstock name-checked it as his favourite London comedy club. Besides, once the 2-hour show is done, typically wrapping up around 11 p.m, DJs strike up and everyone dances till 2 a.m. Splendid. Hats off to the Piccadilly for keeping comedy cheap. Their shows cost £10 at the most, and they do a meal deal, where you can eat at Tiger and see the show for £20 all in. A bargain. Expect a mix of well-known TV regulars alongside the best newcomers on the scene. Lineups are particularly well thought out here. They don't just sling together anyone, so nights tend to be uniformly excellent. The Leicester Square Theatre draws the big names, so expect to see top-flight acts. Richard Herring hosts a weekly podcast here on Wednesdays, and the likes of Bridget Christie, Mickey Flanagan and Frankie Boyle all make it a stopping point on their tours. That said, check the website for what's upcoming. There are a chance to see some under-the-radar sets too. The excellent Brasserie's Eddie Acute Del, whose Bar Americaine is one of the finest drinking spots in the capital, relaunched Crazy Cox as live at Eddie Acute Del last year, and following a successful first run, are launching their second. Besides comedy, the standard is usually very decent. They also host musical theatre and drag acts. The cocktails are terrific and there's at table service. Eat in the restaurant beforehand or after, too. We swung by recently, and the food is as good as it's ever been. Cheap, too. This fortnightly show boasts the best new up-and-coming acts in the capital, combined with big-name hosts. Expect the likes of Miles Jupp, Sarah Pascoe and Holly Walsh, who keep the standard up to scratch. Definitely up to par, somewhere to find your new favourite comedian. Just how a comedy club should be, small, crowded and above a pub. Best of all, it's free, and each night offers something different, from open mic nights to well-known names giving the latest sets and airing. Check the website for details, but you won't be let down. Just get down early, as it fills up quickly. Following a decade of success in Shepherd's Bush, this comedy club has found a new home at the ever-popular Roof Gardens. Known as Jimmy Carr's favourite comedy club, the gig has had everyone from Al Murray to Robin Williams play, and is set for more success. The likes of Stuart Lee, Reginald D. Hunter and Tony Law play these nights, which gives an idea of just how decent they are. Laugh Out London always do a good job of bringing the highlights from Edinburgh Festival to town, so take the chance to see who everyone's been tweeting about. This Leicester Square Club is much better than you might expect for a place that continually flyers. A big favourite with the Chortle Awards, it always attracts big names. It runs a little like Live at the Apollo but on a smaller scale. There are 3 acts a night, and shows are fairly priced. Some are as cheap as a £5, though most will cost around £10 to £15. They've also got venues in Soho and Covent Garden. Bit of a shame that shows here are so few and far between, usually about once a month, but there's no place more beautiful than the Union Chapel to see comedy in London. The upside is that, with so few performances, they always get the big names headlining, with unfailingly impressive support. Plus there's usually a live band, who are fab. The atmosphere is everything.